Hey, it's Carrie Flatla here for this week's Friday Fire at Carrie Flatla and Associates and Remax Real Estate Lethbridge. Multiple offer situations. It is every homeowner's dream when they sell their house that they will get multiple offers. And I'm happy to say in Lethbridge this year, we are seeing that quite often. However, boy, can it get messy fast if your realtor does not know how to properly and professionally stick handle that situation. Multiple buyers, multiple realtors, multiple personalities, and people getting super excited, okay? I just want to clear up a few myths about how a multiple offer situation should and should not work ethically, legally, and really to get everybody to the finish line on time with their sanity intact and have a successful sale. First thing to clear up is verbal anything, including text, doesn't count for anything in real estate, but it's especially dangerous in multiple offer situations. And here's why. I'm the homeowner with my realtor, Carrie, or whoever, and I receive one offer. Great, we're excited, we want to work on that offer. An hour later, I receive a second offer. Now we have two offers. We're only competing if your realtor has more than one offer, i.e. two or more written, signed offers in hand from the buyer. So if you receive one offer and then another realtor says, my buyer wants to put in an offer and it'll be this much money with these conditions for this closing day. That's not an offer. That is talking. It is not an offer. There's no competing offers until I got basically two pieces of paper, two signed offers in hand. Once I have those two or more offers in hand, then I go back to those realtors, if the seller wants me to, and say, you are now competing. Let me know if your buyer would like to amend their offer and resubmit, or let their offer stand. I will be reviewing all offers with the seller at 8 o'clock tonight, for example. And then those buyers have a decision to make, let the offer stand or amend and resubmit. But again, it is not good enough for someone to send me a text and say, we're gonna up our offer by $5,000. That doesn't count for anything. Until I have that amended offer in writing and signed, there is no $5,000 anywhere. Okay, so just so you know, it gets super messy if the listing agent starts dealing in verbals on competing offers. It's messy enough on one offer, but when there's two or more offers and there's competition, it has to be in writing. Statute of frauds in the province of Alberta. Real estate deals must be in writing. End of discussion. That's it. I know it's so tempting to just do this verbal sparring back and forth because it's easier. But we have these things called electronic signing now, and DocuSign and email and internet. There's no excuse. Transparent or open bidding. The Liberal government, in their infinite wisdom, thinks that they're going to cool off the housing market in part by going to transparent bidding process. Okay, I think that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. However, let's think about what transparent bidding really is. It means that all the buyers get to see what the other buyers are bidding. That's an auction. How do people behave in an auction? Frantically. Frantic. Now, there is some urgency, there is some frantic behavior in a hot seller's market, but as usual, you know, Ottawa thinks about Toronto and Vancouver and you know, all these crazy things that they can do to cool off the market. We got to step in. Well, the rest of the world generally doesn't work like Toronto and Vancouver. There are other factors that play there. So I'm going to say transparent bidding's not a good idea. The way we do it now, ethically, the way we have to do it right now, is the contents of the offers, when there are multiple offers on the table, are not disclosed to any of the competing buyers and their realtors. So once we're in competing offer situation, what I do is I go back to each of those realtors. Again, you're in competing offers. Would you like to let your offer stand, amend it, etc., etc.? At that point, that realtor should be advising their buyer, you are now competing. Put your best foot forward. And good realtors will tell their buyers that, and buyers intuitively know we got one shot here to put our best foot forward. And the seller, like a great offer will generally surface. Now, you also as a seller, if you have more than one offer in front of you, can simply just pick one and work with that buyer. Because sometimes if you go back to buyers, realtors, and say you're now competing, there is a small chance that a buyer will withdraw and say, I'm not competing. Or they'll just let their offer stand, is the more common thing. But just remember, nobody's tied to anybody until there's a written accepted offer, which leads me to the next point. If you as the homeowner get multiple offers and you want to drag things out as long as possible to see how many people you can get to the table and how much back and forth you can do, you are running the risk of a buyer getting very agitated and withdrawing their offer completely. You are also running the risk, if you really want to play games and drag it out, that buyer will, because of their agitation or because you insulted them for bringing you a great offer quickly, they might be more difficult to deal with, say, on the home inspection. So there's a longer play here that you have to keep in mind as a homeowner. Buyers can withdraw at any time. So there's a delicate, careful dance we have to do when we have competing buyers at the table. We want to treat everyone with courtesy and respect. And we also want to reward the best offer and deal with that buyer accordingly. You can only sell your house to one buyer and you can only negotiate on one offer. It is not an auction. We cannot negotiate with multiple buyers at the same time. I hope that clears up some of the great misunderstanding about competing offers in a hot seller's market. There is always an ethical, professional way to get you a great result as a homeowner. If you have any other questions, feel free to text or call 382-7335, or you can always look me up at carrieflatla.com. I would love to hear from you. In the meantime, have a terrific weekend. We'll see you for next Friday. Friar, take care.